Hey chatling! Today I am going to be determining which Arabic dialects are the most breedable. Now let me give you some background. I'm not a native speaker. I do not know how to speak Arabic. I'm actually a newbie learner and I know about 3 words. So I am in no way qualified to speak about Arabic dialects, but I'm going to try my best to gather sufficient information to make a judgment upon the breedableness, the breedability of each dialect. Does that make sense? It was surprisingly hard to find a compilation of Arabic dialects. Like, I was expecting to go onto YouTube and look up Arabic dialect compilation and have this nice assortment of each one, but it was really hard to find. Like, I don't understand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use both the video that I found and also the Wikipedia page to try and maximize my accuracy. Does that make sense? I'm excited. Here is the YouTube video that I will be utilizing. Hopefully it's correct. I'm praying that it's correct. It's such a shame that I don't have the foundation of knowledge to determine whether or not this is accurate. Anyway, let's get started. Algeria. Very interesting. So I'm gonna have to account for the different speakers. I know in this video, it's not like one person doing all the voices. I think they took it from media. And so it's a different person speaking each time, and I'm gonna have to make sure that doesn't impact my bias when it comes to selecting the most breedable ones. I don't know if it's just the speaker, but it sounds very, what's the word, like punchy? Alright, I'm just saying shit, but like, it sounds very energetic, very punctuated. Does that make sense? It sounds very energetic. I don't even know how else to describe it aside from punchy, which doesn't even make sense. I don't think that's a word. See, the only dialect that I'm familiar with personally is the Tunisian dialect because my boyfriend is Tunisian. And so, to me, his dialect sounds very soft. It sounds very calm. And this sounds like the opposite of that. This sounds very energetic. It sounds like the consonants are very enunciated. Alright, I'm not the best at describing languages, but all I can say is it sounds more energetic. And it's not giving breedable vibes. It's not quite giving breedable vibes. It's very energetic to me. It feels like it takes up a lot of space. It's like powerful, if that makes sense. Now let me open up the Wikipedia page to make sure that I'm not just bullshitting. Like I said before, I want to make sure that I have as much information as possible, so I'm being as accurate as possible in this very important ranking of which ones are the most breedable. In comparison to other Maghrebi dialects, Algerian Arabic has retained numerous phonetic elements of classical Arabic lost by its relatives. One day I'll be educated enough to know what that means. Okay, I stand by my ranking. Should I do this like a tier list type B? I'm gonna do it like a tier list, and S tier means extremely breedable, and F tier means not breedable. It doesn't mean bad, it just means not breedable. Does that make sense? So, this is gonna go into D tier. Algerian Arabic is not giving breedable vibes. Next.
من جانبه أعرب سفير سلطنة عمان الشقيقة عن أسمى آيات الشكر والتقدير لصاحب السمو الملكي رئيس الوزراء. Immediately this sounds way softer and way more breedable. Okay, again, it could be influenced by the speaker. I'm very aware that I'm not able to distinguish between differences in speakers and differences in dialects, but I'll try my best. And my first impression of this is it's flying directly into S tier. It's actually calling out my name. This has to reside in S tier. But let me give it a bit more time. يوليه سموه من اهتمام بتطوير العلاقات الثنائية.
Bro, this kind of sounds like if Legolas from Lord of the Rings spoke Arabic.
بين البلدين الشقيقين مشيدا بما تتميز.
It literally reminds me of Elvish from Lord of the Rings.
به العلاقات العمانية البحرينية من قوة.
It sounds so beautiful. It sounds so soft and calm. Bro, are you serious? Let's pull up the Wikipedia. Okay, so classical Arabic, is that like qaf? Like that sound becomes g? For example, gamar. Oh, I've heard this word before. I know this word. Yeah, this is gamar. Is that how you say it?
Isn't that a golf? The little thingy in there? I see the two little dots. Qamar. And then I know the thingy at the end is an R. I'm not quite sure what the letter for is, but I'm assuming it's this. So, okay. Let's go. I actually know something. So, in the Bahrani dialect, instead of saying qamar, you say gamar. Is that what I'm reading? So, I am correct in saying that it sounds a bit more soft. Maybe. As far as I understand. Because isn't qaf a very hard sound and they're replacing it with a softer g? Maybe, potentially. I'm trying my best to understand. Okay, very interesting. The consensus, it is definitely breedable. The question is, does it go in A tier or S tier? Honestly, I think it's gonna go... Oh my gosh, this is so hard. Wait a minute. Because, like, I was gonna say S tier immediately, but then I remember the Tunisian dialect. Oh gosh. No, I'm gonna put it in S tier. I'm not gonna sell it short. I'm not gonna be biased, okay? Yes, I think that my boyfriend is the most skilled and eloquent and beautiful Arabic speaker. However, in terms of breedability, Bahrain is putting in that work. S tier.
كل لون بالعالم
Next up we have Comoros.
يمثل جزيرة. الأصفر يمثل جزيرة موهيلي. الأبيض يمثل جزيرة الموت.
This sounds very soft as well. Let me keep listening.
الأحمر يمثل جزيرة أنجوان. والأزرق يمثل جزيرة القمر الكبرى.
That sounds really soft. Like super duper duper soft.
النجوم الأربعة تمثل الجزر الأربعة.
That actually sounds like we're sanding off half the continent. Okay, I looked it up and I did not see a Wikipedia page for this dialect. Gulp. Okay, I am not seeing Comoros anywhere in here as well. Okay, so not much evidence to work with. Wow. And I tried Control F and there's actually nothing. Okay. So this one isn't going to be judged fairly because I don't have enough information to go by. But according to just what I've heard so far, I'm going to give it a solid B tier. Very soft. B for breedable. Next up we have... I don't know how to say that. Djibouti. I know somebody told me how to pronounce this when I did the flag video and I tried to pronounce it and I embarrassed myself and some kind commenter corrected my pronunciation and then I forgot it again. Okay. Are we speaking on a toaster? What is this mic quality? This sounds like Xbox Live. So, from what I can barely pick up amongst the static is it seems to be sort of in the middle. I'm hearing some sharp consonants. It also sounds quite soft. I'm not sure if that's due to the speaker or not. It's very fast. Again, I don't know if that's due to the dialect or the speaker. Honestly, it just sounds like right in the middle to me. Whoa, okay. I looked up Djibouti Arabic and it directed me to this page. Taizi Adeni Arabic. So hopefully this is correct. Some of the most pronounced phonological variations are the continued use of interdental fricatives, a consonant sound pronounced with the tip of the tongue touching the teeth, such as the th in modern English. Continued use of interdental fricatives, interesting. So that does seem soft, right? Because th is softer than t, d, k, right? Right? Okay, so what I'm getting for this one is like a high C tier. A high C tier. Not quite at the level of the previous one, but it's got some elements of breedability, right? It's got some elements of breedability. I'm gonna go high C. Also, this is like high-key biased because the audio is so low quality. Holy moly. I could not possibly judge this fairly. This just does not sound very good. The quality, not the dialect. Egypt. What a drippy ass flag, bro. I love that they put the flags in. That's so awesome. Another really low quality recording. What a shame.
حماتك تحبك ماليش نفس اصل صحيت النهارده على خبر مؤسف
ايه كفل الشر
Okay, so it sounds not super breedable. That's my first impression.
دكتور محمد نصر الدين تعيشوا انتم انت ما تعرفش يا احمد؟ لا.
Yeah, like, okay. If I'm assigning beta, omega, or alpha, I'm giving Egypt a beta. Like, this is giving beta vibes.
انت ما قريتش الاهرام؟ اهو يا سيدي. ورينا عم صار.
Like, not quite alpha, but certainly not omega, if you catch my drift.
توفى إلى رحمة الله الدكتور.
Okay, hold on. There's more to work with, okay? Thank heavens, I have an Arabic speaker in my Discord server who speaks the Egyptian dialect. Let's listen.
أهلا كيوي. إيه الأخبار النهاردة يا كيوي؟ كنت عاوز أعرف أخبارك النهاردة كويسة ولا لأ؟
Okay, so I stand by what I said before. It sounds more harsh than the Tunisian dialect, than the dialect that I previously ranked in S tier. Which was that? That was Bahrain. Yes, I remember. So it certainly sounds more harsh than those two dialects. I think I would give it maybe a low C tier, I wouldn't say it's breedable. It has some elements of like, okay, maybe we're entering some soft territory, but overall I'm getting more harsh consonants. Potentially. Again, this is all based on vibes and I don't speak Arabic. One day I will though, one day. Low C tier. This is like, okay, if we're going back to the beta, omega, alpha thing, this is like maybe alpha, maybe, just maybe, or like a high ranking beta. Wow, I'm such a philosopher. Also, yet again, I think Arabic is beautiful and I think all of these sound awesome. I'm just ranking them based on breedability.
مرحبا شلونك شخبارك أنا اسمي رفيف أنا من العراق
Wait, that sounds so cool.
محافظة بغداد دولة العراق حبيبتي العراق أنا كل شيء
I love the way that she says the okay.
أحب العراق مشتاقة للعراق هواية العراق تصير جنوب تركيا وتصير شمال الكويت
Okay, this sounds really cool. Okay, I looked up Iraqi Arabic and it redirected me to Mesopotamian Arabic. That's such a cool ass name. Hello? Oh my goodness. To me, it's kind of in the middle. We've had a couple of these in a row. Like, it's not immediately giving super breedable vibes, but simultaneously, it's not as sharp as some of the other dialects. I would say it's less sharp than the Egyptian dialect, potentially. Maybe a bit more breedable. I'm gonna put this one into a low B tier. Yeah, low B tier. Certainly among the more breedable dialects, but certainly not at the top.
بدي أسألك سؤال. تفضل. يعني قديش عادة يعني تاكسي يعني بكلف؟
Oh, this sounds really cool.
لوين؟
يعني أي مكان في الأردن، ممكن يعني أبعد مكان جوا الأردن.
جوا عمان.
Okay.
جوا الأردن.
Soul read. A minus.
جوا عمان يعني دينارين ونص 3. ممكن تروح أنت ساكن حي الخرابشة سيتي مول يعني 2.5.
A minus. Hear me out. Wait, this is so fascinating. In addition to geographic differences, social variables such as gender correlate with variation in Jordanian Arabic. Research on public and social media research on public and social media contexts reports higher rates of politeness markers and indirect requests among women and higher rates of direct forms among men. That's hella sick. Alright, I clocked it from the start. That's an A minus. Next up we have Kuwait. Is this a news segment? It sounds like the cadence of a news segment. This has to be a news segment. Oh my gosh, this video is getting really long. Okay, let's speed it up. Okay, you know what? It sounds, I would say, it's really similar to the last one. Not in terms of how it sounds, but in terms of the breedability. They are giving me similar levels of breedability. This one's gonna get a B+. I'm gonna put it just below the previous in terms of breedability. The The Jordanian Arabic sounded slightly more breedable. But it's like right behind. It's right behind. Next up, we have Lebanon.
ما رح يتصرف بهالطريقة رح اترك له البيت وفل.
يا بابي هيدا جوزك ما فيكي كل مرة يصير معك
جوزي هلا شوف كيف
This sounds like a heated discussion, which may impact my perception of how sharp the consonants are.
الشطور رح يجي على ركابه زحف على
It sounds very enthusiastic, which is leading me to rank it much lower.
ركابه.
إنه كل مرة بدك تعمل مشكل تجي لهون يعني ما بيجي ما
Doesn't sound breedable.
بيجي. مش هو أنا بقول مش هو. ليش بده يجي يعني إذا عمل مشكل معه؟
I'm gonna give this one a D tier. D tier? Lebanon. Wait, isn't this the dialect that everybody says is gay? Wait a minute. This is the dialect that everyone says is gay.
مرحبا عمي.
كل ما عم تتصرف فيك رح اعملها.
Wait a minute. I need to judge this one fairly. Hold on, let me lock in.
ما فيكي كل مرة يصير معك
جوزي هلا شوف كيف.
I don't hear it. I don't understand. It doesn't sound zesty to me. I guess it kind of sounds soft. It's easier to hear when the man is speaking because I think the woman is more enthusiastic and speaking more boldly. So it makes me think that the sounds are sharper.
ما يجي. مش هو أنا بقول مش هو. ليش بده يجي؟
Okay, you know what? No, I'm not gonna let the stereotype make me biased. This is actually giving me like C tier vibes. It is not that breedable, okay? This is gonna be a hot take. I know I'm gonna get flamed for saying this, but this is not breedable. It's going into C tier. Maybe it's just because of this example, but honestly, I don't know what all the hype's about. I don't know what the stereotype is about. I do know that Lebanese Arabic has some softer sounds. Let me pull up the Wikipedia. Okay, these words are way too smart for me. But I have heard that the Lebanese dialect swaps out some sounds that make it sound more soft. That being said, from what I hear in the video, it doesn't sound very breedable. Maybe I'm just not looking at the right material to judge, but I'm gonna give this one a C tier. Next up, we have Libya.
عندي هالملف اليوم لي شهر وانا ندور بيه ولف.
You know what's so crazy? To me, a non-Arabic speaker, these all sound very similar. But it's crazy because if you were a speaker of any of these dialects, I'm sure they would sound wildly different to you. You might not even be able to understand some of them. But to me, they sound so similar. Do people listening to English also experience that? Like if they're not a native English speaker? Imagine you hear someone talking in my accent, and then you also hear like a, "Howdy partner, I'm gonna go down to the river and smoke a cigarette and drink some beer while I go fishing." Like, does that not sound different to somebody that doesn't speak English? What am I saying, bro?
هذا ملف صفية ولا؟ تمام حلو كويس الملف مش ناقصه شيء غير التوقيع النهائية.
It sounds very okay. I was gonna say it sounds very light, but that's probably because of the speaker. Okay. It did sound very light, it did sound very soft. I'm gonna give Libya probably a B tier. B tier? Yeah. Next up we have Mauritania.
مراكز تقوية البنات هي شراكة بين برنامج السفراء لتمدرس
I love the way that individual just rolled their R.
البنات والUSAID.
This sounds super cool and super breedable.
World Education International.
World Education International. I know that one.
السلطات المحلية تتولى البلد اللي لا يعود فيه.
Wow, this sounds extremely breedable. Hello? A tier. Getting walled straight into A tier. Next up we have Moroccan. This one is extremely interesting. I've heard that it's very hard to understand if you do not speak the dialect, if you speak a different dialect of Arabic.
عمل دولية حول موضوع البرلمانات في العالم العربي الفرص والتحديات للأحزاب السياسية.
It kind of reminds me of the Tunisian dialect. Is that stupid to say?
الليبرالية. محمد تملدو رئيس شبكة الليبراليين العرب وعضو
That sounds really cool.
المكتب السياسي للاتحاد الدستوري أكد أن القوى الليبرالية في المغرب تتجه نحو خلق.
Okay, I'm a little torn on this. It kind of reminds me of the Tunisian dialect. I don't know if that's a correct interpretation, but that is what my brain is telling me. It also seems a little bit breedable. I don't feel strongly about it. Like I'm not sending it straight into S tier, but it's kind of breedable. I'm gonna say high B. B plus. Next up we have Oman.
مر معكم ضيوفنا طبعا والحديث عن تطبيق الطالب الجامعي لما يتعلم
Oh yeah.
في حياته الخاصة والعملية مستمعين أو مشاهدين.
A tier.
مع الطالب السعودي البوسعيدي.
I've heard enough. It's going straight into A tier comfortably. Next up we have Palestine.
صهيوني وامريكان ما نقعد معك، عادنا يخزينا ويوكسنا، واحنا قعدنا بنقعد مع عروبتنا واهلنا وفوارسنا، وين ما رحلنا ضعنهم معنا ومونس.
I think I saw a video saying that the Palestinian dialect is most similar to, what's it called? Is it modern standard Arabic? Was that it? I think I saw a short on YouTube saying that Palestinian was the closest to this. I could be wrong.
صهيوني ما نقعد معاه.
Okay, this one seems right in the middle for me. It seems right in the middle. Which, if it is similar to the modern standard Arabic, then maybe that would make sense? Maybe? Just going out on a limb here? To me, the Palestinian dialect seems very just in the middle in terms of breedability. I'm gonna give it a solid C tier, like the most solid C tier. Next up we have Qatar.
الوقت الذي يختار فيه البعض دروبا سهلة.
Oh.
هناك من يختار دروبا أخرى.
Wait, this is such a vibe.
وفيما
Oh yeah. Qatar going straight into an A tier. It sounds pretty breedable, what can I say? I wouldn't say it's very soft per se, but hey, you don't have to sound soft in order to be breedable. Like, it's really about the mindset, the essence, you know? I'm looking at this from a spiritual standpoint. Just the vibes. And the vibes are telling me that this is going straight into A tier. Next up we have Saudi Arabia.
تحبينه؟
مين؟ أبوك؟
لا، ولد الجيران.
الله يعلم من اللي يحب ولد الجيران.
ما يضحك. يلا ما جاوبتيني تحبينه؟
Why does there have to be so much silence in between their voice lines?
يوه يا ماما، أبوك خطبني وأنا كنت وقتها أدرس الثانوية.
Okay. I don't know if it's just the speaker, but it sounds very soft and it sounds very fast. Pause? It's gonna go into B+. B+? B+. Saudi Arabian Arabic. Somewhat breedable. But like, I feel like it doesn't really compete with dialects like Bahrain and of course Tunisian. So I wouldn't feel comfortable ranking it super highly. What did I say? I already forgot. Whatever. Next. Next up we have Somalia. This sounds not soft. This sounds hard. Alright, all I hear is echo. Literally all I hear is echo. And static. What the fuck were those last 4 seconds? What? Just listening to static and distant chatter. Thank you. I appreciate it. I could barely understand anything. I actually can't hear a word. But from the first 2 seconds where it was kind of clear, this one's going into F tier actually. Like, I feel strongly about this. Somalian Arabic is not breedable. F tier. Only judging by the first 3 seconds. Why is this the most replayed? Because the last bit, like the last 10 seconds, actual static. I was given 5 seconds of nothingness. Next up we have Sudan.
السلام عليكم، ازيكم؟ اسمي أماني، أنا من السودان، أعيش في الخرطوم.
Oh, this sounds super nice.
والخرطوم في وسط السودان. أسكن في مدينة نيو جيرسي.
Very breedable. But is it a B tier or an A tier? Soul read. A-.
بولاية نيو جيرسي.
New Jersey. I know that one. I'm learning. Okay, yeah. Solid A-. Next up we have Syria.
شلون صحتكم؟ إن شاء الله.
Oh my gosh, it's 1.5 decibels.
أخباركم منيحة. أنا من بيوريا، إلينوي، ولاية إلينوي.
You may as well just transmit it to me telepathically. I can't hear a thing.
عندي 3 أولاد بنت وصبيان. أنا أحب أسرتي جدا. اللون المفضل لدي هو
Okay, from what I can hear from this faint whisper, it does seem breedable. I'm gonna give Syria a B tier. Syrian Arabic B tier. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay. Here comes the best dialect.
ايش قلت يا عباس؟ تقبل تخلص في فلوسك الكل ولا نشكي بيك ونقول لي؟
It's just so beautiful. It's so amazing.
انت تسلف الفلوس بالانتريس.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll let it play, I'll let it play.
تهدد فيا؟ مش نهدد فيك.
Hello, I'm currently editing, but I have something very important to show. My boyfriend was asleep, but while I was editing, he awoketh? What? He hath awoketh. And he recorded something for me to play to showcase the Tunisian dialect. So you and I are gonna listen to this. I told you, Tunisian is the most beautiful.
عسلامة، أنا اسمي ديف. نسكن في الكاف متاع كيوي. أما توكل فيها كل نهار دونك جوي باهي.
Oh my god. Do you understand why I say Tunisian is the most breedable? Did you hear that? Oh, good heavens. Suddenly I'm drooling. How did that happen? You should already know where I'm gonna rank this one. Tunisian Arabic is sitting comfortably at an S+. It's a high S. This is the most breedable dialect on this list. Am I biased? Maybe. But am I incorrect? No. The most breedable. Me and Tunisian Arabic are gonna have a good time. Next up, United Arab Emirates.
نصيحة نصحني إن ما نفكر
D tier. Not very breedable. Maybe I'm biased because I was just faced with the most breedable dialect. Like now my standards are so high. I'm in the refractory period. I'm still remembering how beautiful that dialect is. But I'm gonna give UAE Arabic a D tier. For breedability. Next up, we have Yemen.
أهلا وسهلا فيكم وأنا أشكر مختار الشرفي والأستاذة أمل.
See, I can't tell if the language is soft or if that's just because it's a child speaking.
أنا أشكر كل الصحفيين وأشكر.
Okay, I'm gonna put it right in the middle because from what I can understand, and I'm trying to like rule out the bias coming from the fact that it's a child speaking, the language does sound in the middle from what I can understand in terms of softness.
إيش بذنب الأطفال من تتزوجوهم كذا؟
Does it have any unique characteristics? Like dropping certain sounds, maybe? Oh, I know this one! The 4 most important groups are San'ani in the north and center, and Hadrami in the east, where my favorite letter, Qaf, is pronounced G, and Jim, I think that's Jim. Hell yeah. Jim is whatever the fuck that is. D3, brother. That's a type of dice. Or upside down F. Ah, yes, upside down F. Of course. Voiced palatal plosive. Alright, bro. I don't know what that is. So, okay. The only bit that I understand here is it says Qaf is pronounced G. I know that. I do not know what D3 is. I do know what Jim is. But this right here tells me that maybe if I'm understanding this correctly, Yemeni Arabic is a bit more soft. Potentially. So, you know what? I'm going to put it into B tier. It doesn't immediately strike me as breedable like, you know, Tunisian or Bahrain I keep going back to. But according to this, and I'm really honing in on this right here because it's the one part that I understand. But according to the article, there could potentially be some breedable elements, such as dropping the qaf. So yeah, B tier. And that is it. According to the video, that is the last dialect. Thank you for joining me, twin. Yet again, I am not an Arabic speaker, so please, if you are and you have some information to contribute, please do so. I am always open to constructive criticism of my rankings of the breedability of these dialects. I appreciate you watching this, Twin. Make sure to take care of yourself and be kind to yourself and follow my Twitch. Okay? Okay. Bye, Twin. Mwah!